Hi guys, I just wanted to come on here and give an update. Last week I shared that I was not doing chemo this time and why. And so I know a lot of you are probably wondering, what now? Do you have a plan? Are you going to still get CT scans and keep up with blood work and stuff? So I wanted to share on that. So I have an upcoming CT scan at MD Anderson in Houston, Texas at the beginning of March. So in like 4 weeks or less or more, I'm not sure. And so, that'll be the appointment where, I do a CT scan and blood work, and then the next morning I'll meet with the liver surgeon and the oncologist there. And so in that appointment, I will be sharing, hey, I am not doing chemo. I'm a little like, how are they going to take that? They're not going to see me ever again, or what are they going to do with that? I don't know. But I place it in God's hands, and His will be done, and I'm really not worried about it, except for I'm not really worried about it, but like the awkwardness. They usually say, so you've done 2 months of chemo. I'll say, well, no, this is what I've been doing. A few years ago, it was, let's see, before any of this started, it was over 4 years ago. And I had come across this man named Chris Wark. He goes by, well, he doesn't go by, but I'm sure he goes by Chris, but his website and everything in his book is called Chris Beat Cancer. And I guess I came across it because I was working at a health food store there in Oak Cliff and was learning about all these natural alternatives to colds, flus, diseases, just all kinds of things, high blood pressure, you get it. I came across his video that way, I believe, just Googling and searching. Like, I remembered, oh, that's cool, that's the first I've ever heard of that, and I found it interesting, but at the same time, it didn't kind of concern me, so it was like, oh, cool, and then, on with life. And so he came to mind a few times, during this whole journey, and I just kind of was like, I didn't do anything with it. I didn't research, And so I had a good friend, I consider her a good friend. Marissa was reading his book, and she sent me a message and shared about it, and I thought, well, maybe this is, the Lord leading me to doing this for my healing and to heal my body and everything. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and read this and pray and continue to pray, because I've been asking the Lord, okay, no chemo, but do I need to do anything? There's a God part, and then there's like my part, and I don't want to keep doing something that's like feeding into the disease if I can do something that's going to allow my body to heal itself. I read the book. It was chock full of information. This man has been healed from his cancer for 14 years. So the premises of the regimen that Chris did was a whole foods, plant-based diet, lots and lots of juicing, fresh vegetables and fruits daily. Like, I'm talking at least 10 servings of fruit and vegetables a day, among a few other things. He had to do a lot of research, read a lot of medical studies, and just, I could tell that he, wasn't just like, oh yeah, just doing something, what's the word, like in a trend or anything like that. Like, he was fighting for his life. He chose not to do chemo, but to, like I said, allow his body to heal naturally. And so that's what he did, and that's what happened. And so I'm like, okay, Lord. So there's one route I could go. As far as like another path that, or another idea that keeps coming up is Mexico. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's been mentioned 3 different times by 3 different people, and I've heard 2 testimonies of someone having cancer, and they go to Mexico and drink something or take something natural, and they get healed of their cancer. And so, the first time I heard, I was like, oh, that's cool, but that's a little extreme to go to Mexico. Like, cancer is an extreme. But anyway, the second time it was brought up, also what was presented itself was someone inviting my sister and I to their ranch in Mexico so that I could go and buy this herbal and root water that has been known to cure cancer. And so this person that invited us had colon cancer, heard of this, went there, drank this water. I don't know how many times or what was in it right now. I plan to kind of dig a little further and see, but it's just interesting that, a person in Mexico who has experienced their healing is inviting me to go and do that. So that's interesting. Had no idea that I had even had these other, presenting themselves. Well, none of them did, but it was just weird for him to bring it up too. And I'm like, okay, Lord, is this you? Again, is this you pointing in the direction you want me to go for my healing? And I just had an idea, actually, just now. What if it's both? What if it's eating pure, whole foods, plant-based diet, which I've done before and I loved, and just out of convenience I went back into eating processed foods and meats and dairy, which dairy is, causes inflammation in your body. And so maybe it's both. Maybe it's he's saying, hey, here's a way of living to keep you cancer-free. But for now, and in junction with that, go to Mexico, drink this stuff, and I'm going to use it to cure your body, to heal your body. Anyway, I just thought of that, so I'm going to be praying about that as well, asking the Lord, seeking Him on it. As far as tests and stuff, I am also teaming up with a holistic clinical practitioner. I've known this man for a few years now. I used to work with him at the health food store, but he's very knowledgeable about how the body works and what different herbs and natural supplements do for cancer. And so I'm going to meet up with him in a couple weeks and see what he says as far as a regimen and just get some information. He'll also be able to order blood work, and so we can keep up with that part of it to see how my body reacts to what I'm doing. I know that a lot of people, I know you may be scared for me as far as, no chemo. I pray peace for you. I don't want you to be scared for me, but I also at the same time understand it. But I really do feel strongly to to be on the path that I'm on right now. I don't have any doubt. I don't have any fear. I know that the Lord is healing me, is going to heal me through His guidance this time. And it's about, listening to His voice, getting in tune with, the Holy Spirit. Yeah, just hearing His voice and knowing His ways, I guess you could say. His way of communicating and that sort of thing, which is awesome. I love it. I love communicating with God and just talking and Him replying. I mean, how cool is that? But yeah, I hope that this video maybe puts you at ease about my decision. Again, I hope this encourages you and it puts you at ease and gives you information. I hope I've answered some of the questions that have been sent to me. And if you have any more questions, let me know. Send me a private message on Facebook or comment on this video, and I will certainly answer those in another video. To those who are on their own journey or path, or who are just, on a difficult path in life, I want you to know that there is hope. There's always hope in Jesus. That's what's so awesome about Him. The reason why I choose to follow Jesus Christ, after years of living without Him in my life, I experienced no peace, no true joy. Those things are huge. And so whenever I started a relationship with Jesus, I experienced those things, and it was like pure joy, pure peace that surpasses all understanding, and an acceptance by Him, wholeness, and such hope in every situation of life that I've been in. He's gotten me through it. Not that He rescued me out of those. This is going to be a whole new video. That was just a sneak peek. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I love you. Alright, bye.